Well, we do have another phone call. This is from Ricky.
I had an electrical storm back a few months ago. I made a claim to the insurance company, and they sent me a check for $350. Well, I cashed it. It done a lot of damage to my inside of my trailer, wall plugs and stereos and stuff like that, and it burned the stove up. Well, they paid me for the stove, but they didn't pay me for the rest of the stuff that's gone. I had an electrician come in and give an estimate on everything, but that's all. That's all that as far as it's went. But I just want to know what I can do about the rest of it.
So what advice do you have for Ricky for the rest of it?
Yeah, when you're dealing with homeowners insurance, there's covered losses and then there's sometimes not covered losses. And the best example I can think of is Hurricane Katrina, if everybody remembers that, how bad that was. And
we're just on the 20th anniversary.
That's right. It's been that long. And so what people had in that case was a big shock because they learned after the fact, a lot of them, that it didn't cover flooding, it covered wind-driven water, and people didn't even really recognize what that distinction was until after the hurricane. And so things, your house might not be covered if the flood rises up and floods the floor, but then if the roof got knocked off by wind, it might be covered. And so, Ricky, it depends. I'd have to read the insurance policy, and I promise these insurance policies aren't written by people like you and me. They're written by the insurance company, and they're set up to make you fail. But if they have denied a covered loss, then you do have one option. It's one of the few options consumers have left in Mississippi, and it's called punitive damages for bad faith. And that's where you would get damages over and above just the value of what wasn't covered, whether it was the stove or something else in your kitchen. And it's meant to punish and to deter conduct. And there was just a big case recently stemming from Hurricane Katrina. How's that for swift justice? 20 years after the fact, where there were some punitive damages and some attorney fees awarded to stop insurance companies from prejudicing their insureds. And it's really one of the few things we have left to balance the playing field.
All right, thanks for that advice.